Hello. So I am going to show you how I do my eyebrows, but I'm only going to do one because I'm using my phone and it's not a good camera. All right. So normally what I would do is take something like this or a spoolie. This has a little brush on it. And if you look into the mirror, but I'm going to look into my camera here. I usually brush up in the beginning and then all the way through, and then I give myself a crazy eyebrow. And then you can see where my arch is up there when I do that. So that's what I follow. And then from there, I'll brush it down some. So that kind of shapes it for you there. So what I normally use is Anastasia. It's backwards because I'm looking at the front of the camera. Dipbrow, and this is a pomade in chocolate. So it's kind of like a cool brown. It has like a little bit of warmth to it too. Not black. Don't use black unless your hair is jet black. But yeah, so I feel like this one looks the best on my hair, on my eyebrow. And I also use an angled brush. This one's from Sigma. It's a small angled brush, but you don't have to get something that's like this, that's expensive. You can get an art store brush. This one is just from like a pack from Walmart. It's angled. It's really skinny. And sometimes I use this one for liner on my eyes, like a winged liner with gel. So what I normally will do is take it and you dip it in there a little bit just to get the tip of it. And after you get enough product on there, I will take the lid that comes with this. And as you can see, it's got a bunch of crap all in it already. And I'll flatten out the brush and maybe remove just a little bit of product if I got too much on there. See, side by side here. And that way it's flatter. Now let me make sure I don't mess this up. I'm trying to look in the mirror at the same time as doing this so you can see and not block it. Okay, so usually I'll start somewhere close to the beginning, but not all the way at the beginning. And there I go. Okay, so here, and I'll follow kind of the bottom, but I like to go up towards the arch area of my eyebrow. And I continue to make crazy eyebrow movements. It's hard to talk and do this at the same time. So, and then I follow all the way down. Because luckily I haven't over plucked my hairs. But sometimes I get crazy. Don't we all? So then from there I'm not adding any more product right now. I'm going to start brushing it upwards with the angle pointing that way towards the beginning of my eyebrow. And I'll brush up, staying on that line that I just made. And normally people like lighter to darker, which makes sense because the beginning of your brow is usually pretty light anyway. So I'll continue to brush that through a little bit just to soften it some. And then when you get in the beginning, still not adding any more product, I'm just going to keep going kind of forward, but I'm going to brush it up still, if you could see here, following the line that's already there of my natural brow. Still with the point kind of at an angle. So the way you go is the way your hairs are anyway, but you don't go underneath. And you just brush upwards. So if you see the difference already, and it might seem kind of dark, but as you can see, it's way more crisp already. And I've got a lot of sparse hairs towards the end, and it just looks more clean. So then I'm still not adding any more product. I'm going to go to the top of my brow and see where my arch is right there. I'm going to follow that again on the top though, but at the end of my brow. And just small strokes. And see, I went a little above where I like. You could just wipe it off some. Because there's nothing on my face. I look crazy, huh? Okay, so just keep brushing it through a little bit. Kind of still staying away from the beginning of the brow because we don't want that to be dark. Now I'll come closer to you. I know this isn't great quality, but I do have a camera, but I don't have a computer yet to upload to that. So right now we're just going to use my phone. It's a good start, I think, right? Everybody has to start somewhere. There. So I think that's as far as I like to go with the, especially for daytime. Now when it's nighttime, no. So now I'm going to take a powder. Now this is a good trick to keep it soft. And I'm gonna wipe off my brush just on a paper towel. You guys like my nappy hair in the sunlight? Okay, so now I'm going to take charcoal brown, and it's from MAC. It's what I like to use for my brows. Don't anybody tell you that eyeshadows are just for eyeshadows. Like, you can use, as long as you know how to use them or you figure out how to use them, it can be used for many things. So this is also kind of a cool toned brown color. And I like to use this because it adds, well, first it kind of will set the dip brow because it's like a pomade gel type thing. And I also like to use it because it'll soften the front area of my brow, and I'll brush it in a little bit and then go all the way through. So I'm still using the same angle brush that I was using before from Sigma. And I just kind of dip it in there and then tap it off a little bit. Don't want too much. And I'm going to get my mirror again. So I'll go back in and I'll stay towards the back just in case there's a lot of product on it. And then that way it sets everything, and it also will just make it look a little bit more full without adding more darkness to it, really. I don't know if this lighting is making me look orange or what, but it's just natural light. And this is also probably pretty blurry. So now I'm going to go towards the front here and start from the bottom again and brush up, up, up here with the angle still pointed that way. Okay. Go up. And now I don't concentrate too much on the top from the beginning here. It just looks, I guess, a little bit more natural to me. But as you can see, the difference between each eyebrow here, this one looks really crazy, and then this one looks really pretty, doesn't it? And some people use stencils and stuff, but you don't have to do any of that stuff as long as you kind of figure out what you like about your brow. You can have it dark if you want. You can just use straight powder. I like to do a mix of both just because I am an oily girl and we don't need oily brows, do we? It might smear. So there we go. There's my eyebrow. A lot of people will clean up the bottom with concealer. I guess I could do that real quick just so you could see what it looks like. And it highlights it a little bit more. So I'm going to use this MAC Pro Longwear concealer. And then this one is in NC35. I'm a little bit more light since we moved out here. So, and I'm going to take this, it's a detailer brush by, oh geez, how do I not know their names? the Pixie Wheel sisters, they made these brushes and they sell them in like Walmart and stuff. Good, really good sets. This one has a little angle here, like up to the point, and it's kind of thin. So I'll just take it on the back of my hand, dip just the end of it in, and then kind of drag it down so I don't have too much. Okay. Then I'm going to go underneath my brow, and I'm going to start at the beginning here. Try not to get the mirror in the way. So I'll go here slowly and bring it around and clean it up. And I turn the brush over because there's more product on that side. Because I just used some. I don't want to use too much. And then you just go all the way down. And then just brush it down some. So, it's a little hair. Unruly hair. There's always unruly. Nothing's perfect. So, this would just be a day-to-day brow that I could do. And that you could also do. Some people also highlight the top. I normally would do that with like nighttime type brows. And it also helps though kind of to blend in. So I will show you, well, I'll try to do it without the mirror. Let's see what happens. Go on the top here. So you start here. You just go along. So you can see the difference between my skin tone and that. And it's a little bit light. And then you can just go in and kind of blend it up. And then that way it'll blend in with whatever foundation you use. So there we go. One pretty brow, one creepy natural brow. Okay, natural's not creepy, but you know what I mean. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.